What's up, guys? So, first of all, want to send my big condolences to all Patriot fans watching this show. Uh, I don't know what happened. I'm still trying to figure out what happened. Um, but I wouldn't panic, though. You know, it's just the first game. You are the only team with one loss, and you're number 32 currently in the power rankings, probably. So, yeah. I wouldn't panic though, but you guys did play kind of bad. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, there was a after the game. There was a lot of smack talking from other fan bases.
Yeah.
About the Patriots, and I'll say this, and yeah, it's funny to see the Patriots lose. Because everyone was talking so high about them, like going, "Oh, how do they compare to 2007 Patriots?
Yeah.
And are they greatest team of all time?" And they're gonna go 16-0,
Yeah.
and then they lose their very first game.
In an
So-
impressive fashion.
Yeah. So, and by the way, they were winning until the Kansas City Chiefs went on a 28-3 run.
Ooh, basketball's facts, huh? Going on runs?
Well, remember what other thing? 28-3. Exactly. Comes back around. So,
I see what you did with that.
Yeah.
That was nice.
so
That was good.
yeah. So, but like I said, Pats fans, calm down. I mean, it's one game. Yeah, you didn't start the way you wanted to, obviously, but the Pats will be fine. They're still going to win that division.
Yeah. This could be the only game they lose, for all we know.
I mean, now, if they look like this in a couple more games, okay, then you can start to panic. But, like I said, it's first game of the season. Gronkowski was coming back after basically missing most of last year, so checking out the cobwebs. And, calm down. It'll be fine. Is it the Madden curse, for Tom Brady? Which I don't think so. I mean, now we all kind of expected at some point Tom Brady's play you would assume is going to start to dip because he is old.
Yeah, he's old.
I mean, he's 40 now, so at some point his play is going to start to dip. And he took a lot of shots that game. Like, she just hit him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when you're 40, it's interesting to see how he bounces back from a game like that where he got hit so much. Granted, he has a few extra days to recover since they played on a Thursday. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, how his body, still recovers from that. 'Cause, I mean, he takes good care of himself, but you get beat up like that when you're 40, it's a lot. And, like I said, I'm still picking the Patriots out of that division. I mean, nothing I saw from game 1 is going to change my mind in that one because no other team in that division I trust at all.
No.
And the Jets, they've made it clear that they're going for an 0-16 record.
Yeah.
The Bills, no one on that team really
Yes.
scares me.
No.
Dolphins have Jay Cutler as a quarterback, and enough said there. I mean,
Have fun with those INTs.
yeah. So, yeah. Granted, your record might not be as fantastic as everyone thought the Patriots would be because everyone's thinking, I got 16-0. I mean, who's going to stop them? And got knocked down the first game. And this could be exactly what the Patriots needed.
Yeah, kind of slap them up a bit.
Well, yeah, and then when the players are just constantly being told how great their team is, and then to lose the first game and bring them crashing back to earth, like, oh, this isn't going to be as easy as maybe I thought it'd be, and now they work a little bit harder so they can play to the level that they are capable of. So yeah, Pats fans, you look at it that way, get knocked down and use that as a way to improve yourselves. Because yeah, if you win the first couple of games, and you constantly just hear how great you are, and then you start to coast, and yeah, just have that happen right away, just knocks you down a few pegs.
Yeah, I mean, for Patriot fans, they kind of have to realize, and Patriots as a team, whoever they play each week, they're going to get probably that team's best. That team's 100 because they're the defending champs, and everybody wants to show they can knock them off.
They have the target on their back.
Yeah.
Any defending champ has that.
Especially the Patriots, because
when you've been as good as they have been, I mean,
every year
you're gonna have a very big target on your back. Everyone's gonna be gunning for you. They want to be the team that knocks them out. So yeah, but like I said, they'll be fine. No need to panic yet.
I mean, breaking down the game, Alex Smith was ridiculous. It didn't look like the same guy.
No, and he took a couple of shots downfield, which you're not used to seeing from him. It's usually just kind of these dink and dunk passes, a few yards here and there. But no, he took some shots, which is good for the Chiefs fans.
He was 28 of 35 for like 365, 4 TDs. He had their rookie Kareem Hunt, which his story is kind of ridiculous. His first carry in the NFL fumbles. Yes. He went his whole college career, never a fumble, like 800 some odd carries. But then after that, he's like, oh my goodness. And he went off for like 17 carries, 145, rushing TD, 2 receiving.
Yeah, so if anyone had him on their fantasy team and actually started him, oh, congratulations. You made a good play there. I can't imagine a lot of people had him, though, starting.
No.
I mean, no one really knew of him. This was his very first game and a breakout game.
Yeah, how do you know?
Yeah, he made some of those Patriots defenders look silly. Stiff
arms. He literally ran away from safeties in some of those. That was ridiculous. And then you look at Brady. He was 16 of 36, 267, no TDs. His QBR was 35.1.
Very un-Brady-like numbers there.
And then, you had his new weapon, Brandon Cooks. He had 3 receptions, 88 yards. You had Gronk, 2 receptions, 33 yards. Chris Hogan was 1 for 8. And then you had, I must add though, Eric Berry did a very great job guarding Gronkowski.
Up until he
hurt his Achilles. Yeah, that's going to take a big blow to their defense.
Oh, yeah. And the Chiefs, walking away from that game, you're feeling good with the exception of you just lost your captain on defense for the year.
Yep.
So, yeah, ruptured Achilles. He's done. So, other than that, you're feeling great about the way.
Yeah, they looked really good. They outscored the Pats 21-0 in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was impressed watching. Finally got to watch the full game earlier today because I fell asleep on the Thursday. I woke up and they were in victory formation, and I looked at the score and I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened?
Yeah.
What did I miss? What? And I was like, oh my gosh, they just beat the Patriots? What?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it was in Foxborough, right? It's crazy.
It's not
the Super Bowl coming out party, too?
It's not very often that the defending champs lose on opening night. It does not happen very often.
And Tom Brady, I think, was like 12-1 on openers. Some crazy stat like that. And then you also have to think, though, did this show that some of the players that he has, like Brandon Cooks and with Gronk back, they might have the chemistry in practice, but they're not quite back to that gameplay speed connection.
And he doesn't have Edelman.
Right.
So, how much of a factor is that? So,
and is Edelman going to turn out to hurt them more as the season goes along? Because I don't care what anybody says. You saw it the last game. He didn't really have on third downs that one guy that he could go to.
He doesn't have someone that he can trust yet.
Because Gronk's back, yes, but they're still developing their game time chemistry, because he didn't play a lot last year.
Yeah, and plus, like I said, Gronkowski's shaking off some cobwebs for not having played for a while, so...
First year with Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. So getting timing down and all of that. And like I said, preseason means nothing because they never play.
Yeah.
So, the first game is kind of like an actual preseason game for everybody, except that it counts.
Exactly.
But then you can say the same thing for really every NFL team.
Yeah.
Because, as a Packer fan, for them in the, preseason, the
Rodgers barely played.
Yeah, that Rodgers played the most, 2 series in every game, and that was it.
Even in dress rehearsal, I think he played 2 series, and that was it.
So now it's all right, so, first game Sunday, how are the Packers going to look? How is their offense going to look? Are they going to have the timing down with really no actual, practice, really?
Right.
No game time scenario, I should say. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, I hope that they are in sync and look good, but...
Yeah, it's the first week. You probably see your most weird upsets in probably your first 3 weeks because a lot of the starters are still getting up to speed or catching their wind or whatever you call it, getting their rhythm or whatever.
Yeah, just look at the Packers the past couple of years. They have not started well.
Yep.
Past couple of years, Aaron Rodgers basically had to come out after starting poorly and just tell everyone to chill out. And
Yep.
A couple of years ago when he did this famous RELAX, relax, and yeah, both seasons they've come back and won the division.
Yep.
Obviously, you just hate putting yourself in that position though, where you have to go on this run to be able to make it in.
I agree.
So I mean, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, they have a quicker start this year than they have previous years, and don't have to win out at the last 6 or 7 games or whatever it is just to make it in like they did last year, where they had to win every game and they did.
So I mean, so yeah, but Patriots fans, just take a breath. It's just the first game. You guys will the AFC will probably still go through you guys when it's all said and done. So just relax a little bit.
Now it is possible that it goes through KC, because if KC and the Pats end up with the same record, Chiefs have the tiebreaker. So
Chiefs looked very well yesterday, though.
Yeah, some Raiders fans.
Thursday.
Raiders fans, watch out. So everyone's picking the Raiders for that division. The Chiefs made a statement.
Yeah, that's
Chiefs saying, hey, this is still our division. We won it last year. This is still our division.
Yeah.
And, so Raiders, gotta watch out for the Chiefs.
It's going to be interesting. Going to see how that fans out. So going to the picks. I made my picks on Facebook Live. If you guys watched it, I took 3 takes to finally get a final version of it. So the Chiefs, Patriots, of course the Chiefs won. I picked the Pats. Tampa, Miami postponed.
Yep, that's rescheduled for week 11.
Cardinals, Lions.
Cardinals, Lions. You picked Detroit.
I got Detroit. Just because it's in Detroit. Only reason.
I'm going to go Arizona. I think they're going to be feeling refreshed right now. I think Arizona's going to start out strong, but they're going to fade as the season goes on because the age is going to catch up. Okay. So I think Carson Palmer, Larry Fitzgerald, Johnson, they're going to have a good first game. I think they'll take this one. And then later on in the season is where they're going to start to kind of disappear.
So now we go to your Super Bowl pick. The Eagles versus the Redskins.
Yeah, I'm probably like the only person to pick the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and I don't feel very confident on that pick. But like I said at the time, I went out on a limb. What the hell?
They fly, Eagles fly.
Yeah, I mean, if they win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna look great.
Yeah, you'll look like you should just try to sign up for ESPN if they win.
Yeah. So
that. Yeah.
But yeah. Philadelphia at Washington.
I like the Eagles.
I'm going with the Eagles, too. I know Kirk Cousins has a lot to kind of prove being franchised again, but he also can just be bitter. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you know what? Forget this team. I hate this team. I'm just going to cruise through the season. At the end of the year, I am out. Yeah. I'm sick of this franchise stuff.
Yeah.
They don't trust me enough to give me the contract I deserve, and out.
I agree.
So, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Plus, he doesn't have Sean Jackson anymore.
Pierre Garçon's gone, too.
Yeah, so.
His tight end might not play Jordan Reed. Shocker.
So, yeah, I'm going to go Philly on that one.
Then we have the Falcons playing the burly and tough and imposing Chicago Bears.
Atlanta's going to be on a mission. They have a chip on their shoulder for what happened in the Super Bowl.
Thinking 41 points they put up this game?
I'm thinking they're going to destroy Chicago.
41 points? I'd say 41 points probably, yeah. I got the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going Falcons
I got the Falcons. Jacksonville and Houston with the horrible Blake Bortles, who was still named starter.
Yeah, I'm going Houston. There's no aspect of Jacksonville's game that I really trust.
Yeah, you found that out last year.
Yep. Yeah, picked them last year. They let me down horribly, so not doing it this year. Houston, great defense. They're just looking for some sort of consistency from their quarterback, and they'll be good.
And then, too, you got Houston. They're kind of playing with a city behind them.
Yes.
Will they ride the Harvey wave?
And you'll be amazed, when they're playing for a city like that, teams can do very well. And look at Boston, years back when they had the Boston Marathon attack.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who won the World Series that year?
Yep.
Boston did.
Yep.
So, like I said, they having the city on the back can make them play incredibly well.
Yeah, I like the Texans. Their defense will be fully healthy. They'll have Clowney, J.J. Watt will be back.
Yeah.
And then it'll just going to depend when they go on later in the season, will they get consistent quarterback play out of Savage or Watson?
Yep. And yeah, who is going to be the quarterback later in the season? Are they going to go to Watson?
It's tough. I think if Savage struggles for the first 2 weeks, they might go to Watson, but we're going to have to see. That's been Houston's one piece missing for years and years.
Quarterback.
They have all the other pieces, but can they get a quarterback that works for them?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the toilet bowl, the Jets and the Bills.
I'm just gonna go Bills just because the Jets, like I said, they're aiming to lose every game just so they can get that first pick.
Lottery.
Yeah.
I'm going Bills. I don't know. Yeah.
And it's in Buffalo, so.
So this next game, though, was a very intriguing. This game is projected to put up the most points together. We have Oakland going to Tennessee.
Oakland, a lot of people's pick to win that division. Tennessee, there are a lot of people picking them to win the South.
Yeah.
So
really high on
to
Tennessee.
Me, I'm gonna go by who I trust more, and I trust Derek Carr, Mari Cooper, and Marshawn Lynch more than I trust Marcus Mariota and his kind of and McFadden. No, not McFadden. DeMarco Murray. I
got you.
Yeah, I don't trust them as much as I do Oakland. So I'm gonna go Oakland. Oakland, I think, has a better defense than Tennessee as well.
I was just gonna say, I think Oakland's defense is gonna carry them at some point in the crucial play on the road, and then they got beast mode. So, I mean, I got Oakland. I don't know. Then we got Baltimore and Cincinnati.
That's kind of a pick'em game, They
always play each other very tough though when they play.
Oh yeah, I mean they're very familiar with each other. Like most division rivals play each other very tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to me, there's no one clear better than the other. In that one, I'm maybe lean towards Cincinnati because I think I trust Dalton and AJ Green a little bit more than I do Joe Flacco and who he has around him.
I went Ravens. I don't know. It's kind of just a 50-50
It's a toss-up, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cincinnati on that one.
So now we have our great game. This is my upset pick. We got Pittsburgh versus the Browns. I'm picking the Browns.
No, you're not.
I'm supposed to agree with it.
That's just so far-fetched. Who would pick the Browns for any game? Except maybe if they're playing the Jets.
Yeah.
That is really the only team I could see them being a favorite.
The Jets.
Well, I mean, who knows? They're starting the rookie quarterback. We'll see what he looks like. Maybe that's the answer quarterback they've been looking for forever.
Wouldn't that be ridiculous? They put up 41 points on the Steelers and they just kill them.
Obviously, it wasn't Osweiler.
No.
It wasn't RG3. It wasn't one of the multitudes of quarterback they've had going in and out of that city for years. So maybe it's Keisler. Maybe he's the
guy.
one. Granted, though, we don't know that. And I'm going Pittsburgh. Triple B's, Big Ben, A.J. Brown, Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, I see what you did. Triple B's, huh?
I'm not betting against Cleveland.
Oh. Yeah, Big Ben plays bad on the road, but he has Antonio Brown, he has Le'Veon Bell, so...
The interesting thing with Pittsburgh is T.J. Watt got announced starter over James Harrison.
Really?
Yes. J.J. Watt's little brother's ousted the 39-year-old longtime Steeler.
I did not know that went down.
Yes.
I heard he's looked great in preseason, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously he has to, oust James Harrison, but, I mean, God,
that's crazy. Maybe it's in the genes, huh?
Maybe. Maybe it is, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, James Harrison's still a beast at age 39.
Yeah.
He's just looking at some of his workouts. Good Lord, that guy.
The stuff he pushes is unreal. It makes my body hurt just watching.
Yeah. So, and was like the $300,000 a year he spends on himself for like masseuses and nutritionists and all that. It's ridiculous, but he keeps himself in peak physical condition.
He has the money. He takes advantage of it.
Exactly.
So, I mean, why not? Then we got Indy versus the Rams. I would have picked the Colts if Luck was playing.
Yes.
But he's not playing. Scott Tolzien's playing, and I think the Rams defense is gonna overwhelm Tolzien. So I got Rams.
And good thing with Rams is they're getting their best defensive player back.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, you saw ending his hold down, coming back. So without him, I don't think they would have been as good. But with him coming back, yeah, I think the Rams are going to take this one. And when are we going to start looking at Andrew Luck as kind of a disappointment? Because when he came out, he had a lot of hype talking about the next John Elway.
Yeah.
And he, to me, has not lived up to the hype.
He had 1 or 2 years
where
he was good.
Dealt with a lot of injuries, and then the other times he has been playing just hasn't looked that good. So
I think it's whispers in the wind. We could say he's kind of a bust. We could say it. If he doesn't do well this year, we can definitely say it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, granted, you look at the other quarterback in that draft, RG3 plays much better than he does. But, I mean, still, with the hype that he had coming out around him.
Yeah, he had a lot of hype coming out of Stanford.
Yeah, so, yeah, to me, it's bordering on that line where you're talking about, possible bust. We'll see if he can do when he comes back, though.
Then we got the Panthers visiting the new Shanahan Niners, of course. I'm going Niners. They're my team. I'm not going to pick against them unless it's an obvious team they'll lose against.
I mean, to me, Carolina, is an obvious team that they're going to lose against. I mean, Carolina is just too much for a team that is in just strict rebuild mode. Yeah. I mean, new coaching staff, so they have to get used to an entirely new playbook. Obviously, their quarterback situation is not ideal. They do not have a clear number one. It's just a makeshift group. And they have the one constant, I guess, is Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, if he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy. Otherwise,
he's been hurt the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Ever since he's been in the league.
So, really, otherwise, there's no one on that team on the Niners that I can really just point to. It's like, I trust that guy. To me, Cam Newton. And
hopefully he looks well coming back from his shoulder.
Well, even if he doesn't, I still think their defense will be enough to...
Yeah, that's my other thing. I think their defense will give probably Cam enough opportunities with the ball that, So, I can't pick against them. They're my team. But then we got Seattle and Green Bay, huh?
Well, I'm not going to pick against my team. I'm always going to, root for them and hope that they win. That is probably going to be one of the better matchups this week.
Probably.
Because that's a lot of people. Seattle's a lot of people's Super Bowl pick.
Yeah, a lot of people are high on Seahawks.
Yeah, Green Bay. That seems to be the consensus pick to come out of the North.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a good matchup. Like I said, with as we were just talking about, what kind of chemistry the Green Bay offense going to have. Will they have a defense this year?
That would be
fantastic.
That is my thing.
If they had a defense show up to the field.
Yeah.
Because it had to be a departure from what happened in the NFC Championship game last year where the defense stayed at home and watched. So, if the defense could show up, maybe make a stop or two.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And, Seattle... Like I said, that's a lot of people's consensus pick for to even win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So their defense, adding Richardson is loaded.
And Earl Thomas is back this year.
Yeah, and then obviously Eddie Lacy's coming in as the running back now. He's gonna have a chip on his shoulder playing against Green Bay.
I'm intrigued to see if he goes off or not.
And with Lacy, he had he flashes of greatness, but
he had the weight problem,
and then he kept getting hurt.
Yep.
So I loved Eddie Lacy. I thought when he was on the field he was good, but he just wasn't on the field enough, which I get why the Packers didn't want to re-sign him just because of that.
Yep.
So, and he's only on a 1-year deal in Seattle, so we'll see what happens there. But, that's going to be a tough matchup.
So, this is my thing. I picked Seattle not because of their offense, but I trust their defense more than I do Green Bay's. After the NFC Championship game. You know me. I'm a defensive guy, so I trust Seattle's defense a little bit more.
Only a little?
Yeah, I'm trying to give you, something to work on, because
if you're talking strict defense, to me there is no comparison compared to Seattle's and Green Bay's. Green Bay, they don't have much on defense. They did a decent job stopping the run last year, but. Passing is always ranked like 30th or 30th or 31st in the league in passing, and they have a couple of good-looking corners and safeties. So we'll see what they maybe pan out to be.
Yep.
But until I see it, I can't trust them, and we'll see if Clay Matthews can make any sort of resurgence.
Yeah, they're putting him back in the outside linebacker spot. a lot of Packer fans are waiting for the old Clay Matthews. He's kind of had
like I had said,
few years.
Like I had said at the end of last year, and to me, Clay Matthews has been kind of a disappointment. He has a lot of hype around him because the first few years in the league he was really good, but he's had a lot of injuries.
It's kind of fizzled out.
If you look at his numbers, it hasn't been great.
No.
And he was complaining about going to the inside linebacker. It's like, no, you're the leader. You're supposed to be the leader of the defense.
Yep.
Any spot you go to, you should be able to do the job.
Exactly.
I'm waiting. Yeah, like I'm kind of that same, but I'm waiting to see if we can see the same Clay Matthews.
Where you chase down running backs like 20 yards down the field.
Exactly.
All over the place.
Stay on the field healthy. That's really for everyone in the Packers. That's a big thing.
I was gonna say,
are they gonna stay healthy? Because last year it was just bad.
Yeah, they were doing the Cupid shuffle
every year for them for that.
Yeah, that's my thing. I know they have Rodgers. I know they can put up 31 points in any stadium, but can their defense stop the other offense from
scoring 40 points?
Right,
so.
from match them, and that's just going off of last year's picks. I mean, I got Seattle by 3, but like I said, I'm going off of last year. I trust Seattle's defense more than Green Bay's defense.
Yeah, and now I'm just gonna go Green Bay. I'm a Green Bay fan, so
it's your team. So I mean, then we got the Monday night game, which Sports Jabber will be signing autographs at Wings and Rings on Monday.
New York and Dallas is Sunday night.
Oh, I meant the. Oh yeah, we'll just go to New York, Dallas, whatever. So Zeke's playing.
Yep, and he probably will the entire season after getting this temporary restraining order, put in place. So yep, he probably playing all 16 games.
If Zeke wasn't playing, I would go Giants, but just because of the fact that he's playing,
and Beckham is out,
and Odell Beckham is out, It's been confirmed. Yeah, I'm going Dallas.
I'm going Dallas too.
I think Zeke's gonna come with a little chip on his shoulder. I think because he almost didn't play, and
yeah.
And which Eli's gonna show up? Brandon Marshall's gonna be the guy now.
Yeah,
with Odell Beckham being out. So
I mean, for the Giants and that Odell Beckham, that can if that's an injury that lingers throughout the year, that's
it's an ankle injury too. Those are the nagging ones,
especially for receivers, and you have to have the sharp cuts. So.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas as well.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas. It's in Jerry World, so And then we got the Monday night games. Like I said, we will be at Wings and Rings signing autographs, starting at I'd say about 7. About 7. So this is probably one of the more exciting games that some NFL fans have. AP going back to his longtime home of Minnesota.
Yes, that is going to be. I think that's going to be a very intriguing matchup. It's New Orleans, finally they have a running back.
Yeah.
Finally, because that's one thing that they have not had for years is a solid running back, and they have that in AP. And he's going against a very good Minnesota defense.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah, definitely not that, but they are very good, and they are very good against the run.
Yeah.
And obviously AP came out and said that he's hoping to have a very good game.
He wants to stick it to him.
Yep.
Those are his exact words. So
now this is where New Orleans becomes interesting because you know how good Drew Brees is.
Yeah.
He can pick you apart. But previous years, you knew that's all everyone was passing, so you just the run was a second thought.
Yeah, you put 2 extra corners in or something, or your nickel coverage.
Now you have to respect the running game, which opens up the passing game.
Playing a lot more honest defense.
Yes, so for Drew Brees, this is going to be something he's going to salivate over because this is something he has not had for years. So now he's going to have this running game respect. They're going to put a couple extra people in the box. Ooh, play action pass.
Yep. Oh, yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go New Orleans on this one.
Yeah, I went the Saints. I think AP is going to come with a chip on his shoulder. AP has the best offense he's had his whole career, arguably, pretty much.
With the exception, I would say, when the first year Brett Favre got there, where they got to the NFC Championship game, and the Saints beat them.
I could see that, yeah. But recent years, he definitely has the best quarterback since then.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I just think AP's going to have a huge amount of chips on his shoulders. He might have a huge year this year just to show that he can still do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's AP, so it's possible. He's kind of a freak.
He is.
He could, last time he came out from a knee injury.
He kind of ruined everyone's expectations for an ACL.
Yeah.
Because before it was at least a year.
Yeah.
Then he comes back in less than a year. Now everyone's saying, well, why can't anyone else come back in less than a year? It's well, the guy's a freak. That's why.
Yeah. He went as the Hulk for Halloween.
Yeah.
So I got the Saints. Then we have the Chargers and the Broncos. I'm going San Diego. I just don't trust Denver's quarterback situation.
Well, I don't trust Chargers. He had Phillip Rivers. God,
he's a warrior though.
He is another year older, but he hasn't really been there. Denver's defense is very good.
So are you going on Denver just because their defense, even though they lost T.J. Ward? They released him.
They did release him, yes.
But are you going on Denver's defense to give Simeon enough chances with the ball?
It's in Denver, so yes, I'm going to go with Denver. Yeah, okay. Go with Denver on that one. That's kind of a
50-50 game.
Yeah. Because granted, Denver has a lot of great weapons on offense.
Yeah.
But the person throwing to those weapons,
yes,
I don't trust.
And even if Simeon doesn't work out, they have Brock Osweiler.
Yes.
He got cut by the Browns.
After we held his funeral last episode. Yeah. Yep. No, a few hours after that, we're driving along, and then breaking news.
We should have all worn white for this episode.
I am wearing white.
Yep, I'm not. Just my numbers here.
He goes back to Denver. So which shows the confidence Denver has in their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And Lynch and Simeon.
Yeah.
It's let's just bring him just in case. Yeah. We don't trust either of these two.
So what does that do to their confidence, and especially with Simeon because he's starting?
Yeah. Last year went back and forth between Lynch and Simeon, so it's probably the same thing this year. And I'm sure at some point the Broncos will throw in Osweiler, back in there.
Yeah, I think it's going to work out. Simeon's going to have a bad first 2 or 3 weeks, and then they'll go with Osweiler the rest of the season. That's probably how it'll shape up.
Yeah. Yeah, that relationship between Osweiler and Denver did not end very well.
That's why I'm shocked he went back.
Well, at this point, I'm sure he was more than happy to go back just because it's somebody to take him.
Right. He gets paid.
Yeah. So, yeah, be interesting. So, should be a very exciting first week of football. Obviously, love first week of football. It's fantastic. Because right now, with the exception, obviously, take the Thursday night game, but everyone else, their team, everyone's
teams
team
are
going
to play on tomorrow.
And everyone's still in it.
Yeah.
No one's out of the race yet.
0-0.
Except maybe of, the Cleveland, who's always out of it. So
yeah, that's an accurate assumption. And the Jags and the Jets probably this week.
Well, the Jets fans don't want to be in it. They, like I said, that's the team's plan right now is to be immediately out of it. So that's what they're going to aim for, and that's what's probably going to happen. But yeah, otherwise it'll be a very interesting first week. Obviously, Tampa Bay, Miami rescheduled.
Something else for that game with Tampa Bay and Miami, they're playing their game on their bye weeks.
Yep.
So that means they're going straight through.
16 games.
And
hurts Miami more because they had to play in London on week 10, and then week 11, which was supposed to be their bye week, which every team that plays London gets a bye week immediately after to account for jet lag.
Yeah.
Nope. Right back to work.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. They have way more important things on their mind right now with the hurricane.
Yeah.
So, there's the notion of playing this week just didn't seem.
Right. Even if it would have been on a neutral thing, I get they want to try to help out maybe their city.
Well, and they have families that they need to make sure, get cleared out. So
it's...
so the idea of it, it just makes sense to not play. But come week 11, it's gonna hurt, when there's God, it's supposed to be our bye week. Nope, we gotta play. And
how's that gonna affect injuries during the year too? Are they gonna shuffle their depth charts, or lingering injuries?
Maybe, but you know what? Really, towards the end of the year, every team has injuries.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they do. I don't think many people. Some people maybe think Miami's gonna make the playoffs. I personally don't.
I know a few people that think Miami's gonna make the playoffs.
Tampa Bay. They're kind of that bubble team for the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of hype. They got a lot of hype. Everybody's saying this is Jameis's big year, and he's got Deshaun Jackson and Mike Evans. So I don't know. We'll see how famous Jameis does this year. This will be the year.
But yeah, everyone in Florida, hopefully they stay safe. Hopefully they got out of there.
Yeah.
Abided by the evacuation orders and left.
Hopefully.
We will see. And I will be in Florida in a few days. So.
Hopefully nothing happens.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll
see how that goes. But otherwise, everyone enjoy the first week of football. Subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook. All the same jazz every week.
Go Bison. Playing right now. I don't know if they're winning.
Last time I checked, they were. All right. Otherwise, that's all we got. Enjoy the first week.